Welcome to Math with Professor V. This is a special edition of Integral of the Day. It's countdown to 2025, and I'm going to be doing one integral every day up until the new year. And this idea was inspired by a very loyal subscriber who loves watching Integral of the Day and suggested that I do something fun to help us all sharpen our skills and usher in the new year doing some stellar math along the way. So why not? I love the idea. So I dug up this integral. Maybe you've seen it before, hopefully not. We have antiderivative of 1 over the quantity sin x plus cosine x squared dx. And I actually have two different ways of solving or evaluating this integral. I'm going to first use just the more straightforward conventional method, and then I'll show you again how to solve it using basically a form of the Weierstrass substitution. Okay, so if you want to pause the video, try it on your own. To start off, I expanded the denominator, so I multiplied everything out. So we have antiderivative 1 over, if I square that whole quantity, I'm going to have sine squared x plus 2 sin x cosine x plus cosine squared x dx. And then hopefully it's kind of jumping out at you. I've got a sine squared and a cosine squared. So let me replace both of those with just a 1. And now we have 1 over 1 plus 2 sin x cosine x dx. Okay, remember this step because when I show you the second solution technique, this is where I'm going to pick it back up from. Okay, let's jump into option 1, where I'm just going to manipulate the integrand and use basic integration techniques. So when I'm looking here, and I can't make any obvious u substitutions, I think maybe I should just manipulate the integrand, and often we can do this by multiplying or dividing by something convenient. So in this case, I'm going to divide everybody by cosine squared x, and the reason I'm choosing to do that is because if I divide 1 by cosine squared x, I'll get secant squared. This will give me another secant squared, and then I'll have tangent here. Secants and tangents are nice to work with. You alternatively could divide by sine squared, but then I just don't love working with cosecants and cotangents, all the cofunctions, because their derivatives are negative and it's just they don't have as nice of antiderivatives, so I would avoid it, okay? All right, so let's do just that. So we have, let me put dx here. Do you want a 1 with it? Okay. 1 plus 2 sin x cosine x. And then now everybody is going to get divided by cosine squared x. Divide by cosine squared x. Okay, so let's see what we have. We kind of already talked it through. In the numerator, 1 divided by cosine squared x, that's going to be secant squared x. And then down here, dividing by cosine squared x distributes. So this is going to be secant squared x plus, and then we have 2 sin x cosine x over cosine squared x. So one of the cosines is going to cancel. Then you have 2 sin x over cosine x, which I can replace with 2 tangent x, and then here's my dx. Okay, now start kind of looking at how things are playing out. I love that I have this little secant squared x all by itself up top next to the dx, because that looks like it could just all get absorbed and be my du if I were to do a u substitution. All of this. So then think backwards. If du is secant squared x dx, what would u have to be? U would have to be tangent of x. Am I in a place to make that substitution? Well, this would be 2u, perfect. What about secant squared x? Ooh, no, I don't love that, but I can replace secant squared x with tangent squared x plus 1 and be in business. So see how I'm kind of thinking backwards? So let's rewrite this. I'll replace that secant squared x in the denominator with tangent squared x plus 1. And then now we're ready to go ahead and make that substitution. So if u is tangent x, then du is secant squared x dx, which is right here. Beautiful, beautiful. So then now we're going to have integral du over, this is u squared plus 1 plus 2u. Good? Okay, and no, we don't actually have to do any partial fractions. If you'll notice, the denominator is actually a perfect square trinomial. It's u squared plus 2u plus 1, which is u plus 1 quantity squared. So really all we have is integral du over u plus 1 squared. So to evaluate it, just think this is u plus 1 to the negative second du. You can add 1 to the exponent, divide by the new exponent, just apply your power rule for antiderivatives, plus c. And then clean it up, so I would write it as negative 1 over, and then remember u was tangent x plus 1 plus c. Good? Okay, so the more practice you have playing around with integrands and doing stuff like that, these little slick tricks will pop out at you. But always ask yourself, kind of, what do you want to happen? Dividing by squared trig functions is a good idea. And in this case, cosine squared was nicer than sine squared, just so we didn't have to deal with any, you know, if you pick u, then du might be negative. Ugh, who wants a negative if you can just be positive, right? Okay, other option, I'm going to do a form of the Weierstrass substitution. And if you've never heard of it, I have a video dedicated to that topic where I show how we can apply it for several different integrals. But basically, I'm going to pick back up from the step where we were at 1 over 1 plus 2 sine x cosine x dx. Okay? Now, normally when you do the Weierstrass substitution, you let u equal tangent of x over 2. In this case, I'm just going to do a little more simple form of it, and I'm going to let u equal tangent of x. And if you've never seen it before, you might say, what the heck are you doing, Professor V? That sounds wild. It's not, but I'm not taking credit for it. Mathematician Weierstrass, he came up with this, okay? So if u is tangent of x, then that's equivalent to saying x is equal to tan inverse of u, okay? And we're actually going to draw a triangle so that we can finish off this substitution, okay? First, let me figure out what my differential would be. So dx, if I differentiate both sides, would be derivative of tan inverse of u, which is 1 over 1 plus u squared du, okay? So this dx is all geared up to get replaced with 1 over 1 plus u squared du. Now, how am I to replace sine x and cosine x with this substitution? Well, it's triangle time. So I know tangent of x is equal to u. I'm going to draw it over here. X is my angle, and tangent is the ratio of the opposite over the adjacent side. So tangent being u is the same as u over 1, okay? And then we can find the missing side, the hypotenuse, which would be square root of 1 plus u squared. So now using the triangle, I can figure out what sine of x and cosine x would be. So sine of x is ratio of opposite side over the hypotenuse. So that's u over square root 1 plus u squared. And then cosine x is ratio of the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, which is 1 over square root 1 plus u squared. Okay, now put it all together. Rewrite our integral in terms of u. So we're going to have 1 over 1 plus 2. Instead of sine x, I have u over square root 1 plus u squared. Cosine x is 1 over square root 1 plus u squared. And then don't forget this dx is, you know, these guys, they have to scoot away. Dx is 1 over, it's right here, 1 over 1 plus u squared du. Beautiful. Okay, now we just have some cleaning up to do, and then after this step, everything falls into place beautifully. So this is all grouped together here, right? And then this will distribute, but let me clean up what's going on in the denominator first. Let me put du up top here so I don't forget about it. And then this is 1 plus 2u over just 1 plus u squared, right? Since I have two radicals with the same radicand. And then this all gets multiplied by 1 plus u squared. Let me make sure I haven't lost you. This 1 plus u squared is right here. I multiplied square root of 1 plus u squared by itself, so it's just 1 plus u squared. 2u in the numerator, and then still plus 1, okay? But here's where the magic happens in this substitution. I distribute the 1 plus u squared. So fabulous. So we have du over 1 plus u squared plus 2u. Yeah? Oh, and then this should feel familiar. We've been here before. No, you don't have deja vu. So du, or should I say, you're not imagining it. We've been here before, yes. So then it's going to be u squared plus 2u plus 1 is quantity u plus 1 squared. And then going back, then this is going to be antiderivative negative 1 over u plus 1 plus c. And then who was u? Come back, 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 back. U was tangent of x. So this is going to be negative 1 over tangent of x plus 1 plus c. Okay? So that's it. 2 methods to solve the same integral. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me which method you liked better. Have you seen the Weierstrass substitution before? It's so beautiful when it works. Sometimes the algebra can be a little messy, but then it turns the integral into something really nice. Sometimes you have to do partial fractions and whatnot. So check out that other video I've made on that substitution if you haven't seen it before. And then make sure you're subscribed and you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when I upload. I'm going to try to just do one integral every single day up until 2025. I'm trying to dig up some good stuff too, but we can do some basics. That way we keep our skills sharp in case you guys are going to go to Calc 3 or differential equations next semester, and you just want to make sure you've got like the standard run-of-the-mill integration techniques under control. Okay, don't get rusty. It's not the time to laze about. So thanks you guys so much for your support, and you can follow me on Instagram, Math with Professor V, TikTok for however long it's going to be here, same handle. I love you guys so much. I'll be back sooner than later. Bye.